Hi friends, my name is Jaya and I help people to expand their awareness. Welcome to my video blog Jaya's Essence of Life. Today we are going to see about the exam tips. What is the psychology behind the preparation of the exams? During those times, most of the students are really stressed out. Why are they so stressed out? They know that the end of the year, they're going to face these exams. But we'll see if there any way we could organize the studies time and reduce the stress. Have you heard, no planning is planning to fail? So what we have to do before the exam, we have to plan well. We just have to see how much time remaining. So we need to make a good timetable. And you have to see how many chapters you have to cover and divide the time equally. And when you study, you should not study for a long time. Always study for 30 to 40 minutes and then take 10 minutes break. Pomodoro technique, that is the technique which is very effective because our brain won't concentrate more than 40 minutes. The concentration power of our brain is maximum 40 minutes. So it will take all the contents inside within that time. So take a break after that. The second tip is connect what you have studied with something you know so that it will be in your memory. So actually our brain has a power of 150 to 200 words per minute. That is the capacity of our brain. So always make the keynotes. Whatever you are studying, make the keynotes so that it will be very useful before your exam. You can just go through it so that you won't have enough time to read the textbook. So the keynotes is really important and so you can read it before the exams. The third tip is avoid all the distractions before the studies because you have to keep your phone and whatever your gadget away from you. Otherwise, you will be in the social media and you will say sometimes hi to one of your friends and the friend will respond and then it will go on and on and on and you won't even realize how much time you spend on that. So you have to keep all those distractions away and then never discuss with your friend how far you studied. Don't ask your friend how far he studied. So if he say, oh yeah, I covered 5 or 6 chapters. Okay, then when you see you haven't covered that much. So what you will do, you will quickly pass that. You want to cross your friends. So you will just do it ineffectively. So that is not going to help you. The next tip is in the class, try to sit in the front row because you can see whatever teacher is writing on the board and you can hear properly as well. As far as more senses are involved, your understanding will be better. And the studies and research shows that the students sitting in the front row achieved more grade than others. Next tip is try to teach somebody. Suppose your friend rang and asked you a question or a doubt. Try to teach him so that our brain will think it in a logical and coherent structure. So that if you teach somebody, you never forget that. So it is really helpful for you. Next tip is test yourself. You have to test yourself with the other previous question papers. If you do more questions, then your confidence level will go up. So it's really good to boost your confidence as well before the exams so that it will be thorough and when you see the questions, it will just quickly come into your mind. So you will be able to do it in a very effective manner. Next tip is vary your location. Suppose if you think you are in a stagnated position or your studies is not going forward or you are not achieving that speed, in that case you have to vary your location. Maybe in your library or in a quiet place in your house or you have to change your study area, some other place, something like that, because the research shows that your brain is going to make some connection between what you're studying and the background, where you are located. So there is a connection between the background and the things what you are studying. Next tip is look after yourself during the study time and your exams time. Have less activities outside. Don't hurt yourself. Drink plenty of fluid and plenty of water. Always you have to think, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks of exams and you're going to get a degree or PG, whatever, for your lifetime. So it is really important to look after yourself. Don't ask your friends what book they refer, what book they are using it. Because I've seen my daughter once it happened, she asked her friends what type of books they are referring and which was a different one, and what she did, few days before the exams, she changed her textbook and she used the new book and then she scored the lowest during that exam. So better to keep the same book all through the year and don't compare with your friends. Whatever they refer, let them, but you have to stick on with your own book. Next step is you should know how your exams look like. What type of questions you will be asked. If it's multiple choice questions or short notes or essay type, whatever. Because it depends upon the mark how you are going to write the exam and how many points you need to have. And after each point, maybe you have to highlight it or underline it. Because most of the teachers, those who correct these papers, won't have enough time to read all this. So when they see this many points, okay, in one answer, if they cover this many points, okay, you'll get the full marks. And then you have to write it with good handwriting. Because for handwriting, it is really important. You will score more marks for the good handwriting. Next step is read the question paper once or twice thoroughly. And then write according to the chronological order. Why? Because sometimes most of the students will do the selection study. They will be doing some chapters and they are not reading the other one. So if you write whatever you know first, then you are telling the examiner or the teacher who corrects your paper that you haven't studied all the chapters, you have done the selection study. So you know only few chapters very well and the rest you don't know. That's what in advance we are telling them. So it's better try to do it according to the chronological order. The next step is don't discuss your answers after the exams. Don't go through your question paper again with your friends. Why? Because that is going to affect your next exam. Why? Because suppose if you haven't written the right answers, you will be really worried and depressed and it's going to affect the next exam. So better off, whatever you wrote, it's finished. So you will think about the next exam. The last thing before the exam is good night's sleep. You need to get ample sleep before the exam. Don't try to cover a lot of portions the previous nights. Try to sleep 6 or 7 hours straight, and so that your brain will be fresh in the morning and all the things which will come into your brain, and so that you will be able to write your exam in a perfect condition. Hope you're going to follow my tips and hope you will face your exams courageously and confidently and have a success in your life. Stay well, stay blessed and happy. See you all soon. Bye. Jaya.